9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, beautiful people. Hope everyone is having a great day. And it's the weekend. Yes, I'm late, but as long as they're done, that's all that matters. And hopefully these daily devotions will pep you up for the day. Welcome all to Stu Queen Bee's page, or channel, should I say. I hope everything is going great. I pray that you had a blessed evening. And let me get into these daily devotions real quick. I hate to rush them, but I like to be on time. I guess it's when my heart says get up and do it, or move and do it. That's when I have to do it. But I have to get back on the regular scheduled programming because this is retarded. Excuse me. This is insane. But let's go over December 7th. Please ring my doorbell when you come in the building. That is considered the like button. I would truly appreciate it. Because you know it's rude to go into people's homes and you don't ring the doorbell. Even if you're family, you ring the doorbell and come in. That's what we do because my family will choke you. I'm just kidding. Let's see. December 7th. I will know peace when I reclaim all the pieces of myself. If you can't get it together, it may be that you have given too much of yourself away. It may be that you have been compromised, overcompensated, given in and given over so much of yourself that you no longer know where all of the pieces have been scattered. Perhaps the thing you thought you needed to do to get love, to experience yourself as a lovable, and to be acknowledged, to be accepted, to increase your value, and to establish your worth, have left you splintered, shattered, and broken into so many pieces you feel like you will never be able to pull yourself together. Don't worry. You have a simple experience, an invasion of body snatchers. Oh Lord. A body snatcher invasion will distort the truth about you. It will make you forget your true identity. It will make you feel guilty about your desire to take care of yourself or honor yourself. It will point out the wrongness of your choices, the danger of your decisions, and the impossibilities of your vision, and the falsity of your beliefs. A little nip here, a little peck there. There is a way to pull yourself back together when you have been accosted by body snatchers. You must examine all the times you have gave others the right to make your decisions, when you expected others to do for you what only you had the power to do. When you gave others the right to decide your destiny, and when you dishonored yourself in order to please others. When you remember what you have done, forgive yourself. Most important, you must say, Never again. Until today, you may have not have realized that you have been invaded by body snatchers who have dismembered pieces and parts of your identity. Just for today, protect yourself. Be aware of the things that you do that diminish and distort your sense of wholeness, worthiness, and your ability to make your own choices and decisions. Today, I'm devoted to reclaiming and protecting all of the pieces of myself that are important. Now, what can I say about that? Like I always say lots of times that I'm a people pleaser, but I'm not stupid enough to please others to the point where I'm hurting myself. Some people will go way above and beyond to help some people to the point where you forget who you are. You forget what you stand for. You forget what your worth is. You forget to understand who you are. You got to realize God made none of us the same. He may give us some sort of insight into somebody else's feelings or emotions, but He did not make us the same. So you can't do for others that you see other people do. You can only give away parts of yourself that you are able to give. Because if you don't, you will deplete yourself. Like I said the other day, you will deplete your spirit and your mind, and you will be running amok for other people instead of moving through the world specifically for yourself and showing other people how to enjoy their life. Yes, we are here all as a guide, excuse me, for one another and to help each other through things. But comes a time in your life where you have to say, hold up, I'm a person of my own. So this is what I will do to help. Because everybody can't help in the same way. Some people can help people monetarily. Some people can help them with their visions, with their spirit, with their soul. We have a bunch of different directors, but you're only supposed to follow God's rules. But if you're not a believer of God, you're going to follow whatever makes you happy. But no matter who you believe in, you have to make sure that you are good before you help anybody else. Because people keep forgetting the saying of, if you don't take care of home, somebody else will. And that could go for a mate, your household, your heart. It goes for all of those things because somebody will come in and try to be you or do the things that you do for your mate, but they can't do them quite like you. Why? Because they are not you. We are uniquely designed by God. But you have to take the time to protect your energy. Reclaim your sanity. If somebody helping people is driving you to the edge, then you need to pull back a little bit and let God guide them. Because you might not be guided in the direction that they really need to go in. Some people need to be taught lessons in life. But if we keep picking up the pieces for them, they will never learn those lessons. You understand what I'm saying? And again, all newcomers, welcome to Astute Queen Bee's page. I'm Astute Queen Bee. These are the daily devotions by Yana Van Zant. Call until today. I am on day 7, 8, and 9. Also, please hit that like button. That's just like ringing my doorbell when you come in the door. That lets me know you came through. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel and what you think. I would truly appreciate it. So, December 7th stated, today I'm devoted to reclaiming and protecting all of the pieces of myself that are important. Don't allow people to use you for their own gain. That's the best way I can tell you. Make sure if anybody gonna use you, let God use you. Don't let mankind use you, because some mankind will lead you astray in a heartbeat unless you know how to stand in your own. So December 8th, I will know peace when I organize my mind and my life according to the truth. How is the truth organized in your mind? Are these what? Oh, Categories of truth. Are there pieces of the truth that you use when it is convenient? Ooh. Are the are there parts of the truth that you have not been able to accept? Is there real truth, some truth, big truth, your truth, their truth, the world truth, religious truth, spiritual truth, social truth, economic truth, part truth, foreign truth? The truth is, there is only one truth. God is truth. Love is truth. You are the embodiment of God's love and on a quest to recognize this truth about yourself and everyone else. Anything else that is cleverly disguised as the truth is a manifestation of what you must grow through in order to realize the truth. Excuse me for 1 second. My apologies. Nose a little stuffy. Or should I say running? Until today, you may have lost sight of the one truth that will give you peace of mind and the strength you need to move through life peacefully. Just for today, remember the truth about who you are. Remember the truth about your life. Remember that only when you know the truth will you be free to live in its glory, covered by its grace. Today, I'm devoted to living the one and only truth about myself and my life. Now, I could say that simple. You know how we know what our life is. Individually, we all know what our life is. And sometimes it comes to a point where you only can share so much of your truth. Why? Because people condemn you, talk about you, make fun of, disrespect your truth. They come up with their own truth or thoughts about you. You know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, then you need to sit back, have a conversation with God, and ask yourself as well, who am I? What is it that I bring to this world? What blessing was I given to give to others? What about me is not truth? Like, I try to share my truth as much as I possibly can with people. But there is sometimes parts of your truth you cannot share because people will use your truth against you. But you have to be in a place in your life where nothing nobody says to you can dictate to your truth. Nobody can tell you who you are better than you can. So don't allow people to tell stories about you and run them off as facts. Because the facts is the truth. Only person that knows your facts/truths is God. You know when you're lying, you know when you're telling the truth. You know it and he knows it. If they don't understand it, that's on them. But just be willing to be honest with yourself about your truth. Because your social truth is sometimes hard to share. Because again, there's so much doxing going on. Your big truth, again, so much doxing going on YouTube. But you can share that with God, your big truth. Their truth is what they think of you and what they believe are the facts about you. Spiritual truth, God knows those. Religious truths, you know those and God knows those. The world truth, the whole world doesn't know you. You can only share your stories and how you move through life with others. So don't allow people to tell your story before you tell it. That's how I see it. Don't allow nobody to tell your story before you tell it yourself. Because once you tell it after somebody else that thinks they know your truth tells it, they won't believe your version of it, which is insane because it's your life, but they will listen to it from others. Just saying. So live in your own truth. As long as you know the truth and God knows the truth, don't worry about it. Don't stress off of it. Sometimes certain things don't even need to be responded to. It's just what it is. As long as you know your truth and God knows your truth, that's all that really matters. So, with that being said, let me do December 9th. I will know peace when I make a spiritual wealth a priority. Many people struggle or work hard to attain material wealth. Once you achieved it, you must struggle and work hard to maintain it and protect it, what you have attained. In the midst of the struggle and hard work, it is easy to lose sight of the fact that material wealth can only serve you in this lifetime. How much material wealth do you think Harriet Tubman left for her heirs? How many stock options did Denmark Vinci pass on to his children? They discovered that freedom of the mind, body, and spirit was of the utmost importance. They realized that you need not own a great deal to do a great deed. They left legacies that would created by the way in which they lived their lives. So very often, the things we struggle and work to achieve enslave us. Our desires hold us captive. A philanthropist once said, "Success is not having much, but wanting little." Our desires and accomplishments, in the fact, the struggle to accomplish often creates mental and emotional discord. While there is nothing inherently wrong with the pursuit of physical comfort and material wealth or power, it is important to remember that there are some things equally as important, fulfilling, and more lasting. Pursuit of these things often bring us an experience of peace and worthiness that money cannot buy. Until today, you may have sacrificed your peace of mind and spiritual balance to pursue material wealth. Just for today, examine whether or not your is a blessing or a curse. Ask yourself, what is it that you can leave behind aside from wealth? Today I am devoted to living a spiritual-filled, peace-filled life and leaving a legacy that is more valuable than money. Now, that's easy and simple to take. That means a lot of people want to leave wealth behind for their children. And that's a good thing. But some people, like the rich and the famous, the athletes, the actors, actresses, and all that, they make money to live on now. But some of them aren't thinking about the long term. Some of them are not thinking about, well, okay, I have it. I have all the money I wanted. But you can't take it to heaven. You can't take it to your grave with you. Like, there are a lot of stars out there that are working. They've been working since they were kids. But they have children, and they have not left them anything. They want their kids to have to work just as hard as they did to get the things that they need for their life. And I kind of sometimes understand that. I understand that because that makes children lazy lots of times. That makes people change their outlook on life. Like, you can use for an example, Wendy Williams' son. Boy, get a job and take care of your own bills. Your mother worked hard for what she has, or had, or has still. He's so spoiled to the fact that he don't think that he has to go out and live a life to bring something into this world more than just taking from what his mama had. That's like all of the people that make so much money. Jet Li did it. Who else did? There's a couple of other movie stars that will not help their family out. Why? Because they felt like they have always been lazy, and they're not going to take the money that I've earned and bust my tail for all my life for them to come and just throw it away. It's like I saw a story yesterday about a young man that his mother took care of him all his life, even though he was still young. He was his own mother's only child, and she had a thriving business, and she did everything she could for him. She tried to steer him in the right direction. And at the end of the day, because of greed and an evil spirit that he had, he unalived his own mother and then took her $90,000 and played with the money and just ran it all out. He didn't even care that he unalived his own mother. He paid somebody to unalive his mother because he wanted her life insurance policy. That's how stupid he is, because little boy, you was getting more with her here on this earth than $90,000. But you're so greedy, you want it all in one lump sum. So that's why I say some people have all the riches in the world and they're still miserable in their lives. Why? Because money does not make you happy. Yes, it makes you be able to buy the things that you want and need, but it don't make you happy. It'll make you happy for a little bit. But after a while, it's like, okay, I got all this money. And you still got to pay taxes on that too. The government won't pay for it too. Like when they say people are worth this amount, they're not always worth it because they have that money. It's the collateral that they have that allows them to be as wealthy as the papers and the books say. But you have to have a spirit and a soul that is kind, loving, and understanding with people. If you have a dark and evil spirit, you are one of those people that are going to take and waste away something that somebody has worked their whole entire life for, to make sure you had something when they were no longer here, but then you shitted it away once it was given to you. You could live a lifetime on some of that. But see, the spiritual part of it, you can live your life from the beginning to the end for eternity with your spirit and your soul, because those are the things that God is worried about the most, is your spirit and your soul. He don't care about financial gain. He don't care about none of that. Yes, he wants people to be comfortable in life. He wants people to be able to take care of their families, do everything that needs to be done. But when it comes down to financial gain, that could be taken away from you in an instant. You could lose everything you have in the blink of an eye, but you cannot lose your worth, your trust, your guidance from God, your acknowledgement of God, and knowing no matter what is put in front of you, God is going to push you through. Why? Because that is his job. As long as you are showing God that you appreciate the life that he has blessed you with, as long as you are showing God that you will be of service and that you're not just a greedy person trying to take on everything and take everything from everybody, because we have to share with everybody in this life. In the human form, you have to share space with most people. But your spirit and your soul, that goes to God. That goes back to the person that gave it. That goes back to the entity that gave it to you. Because your body is just a temple that carries around your heart and your soul. But we allow people to abuse it and use it. And then some people, we don't allow to abuse it and use it. And that will cause you to struggle emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So there is something you need to be aware of. And if somebody has tainted your spirit, then you need to have a conversation with God if you believe in God. But also, people, especially people of color, for years didn't believe in therapy. Most of us all need therapy. Just about everybody should be in therapy, honestly. Everybody, to help guide you with life. Now, I ain't saying go to a therapist that ain't got their own stuff together. That's like I would never, if our child was still young, I would never go to a therapist. That's just me. To a therapist that doesn't have kids, because you can't tell me about kids or how to raise kids if you don't have kids yourself. Y'all feel me? And again, welcome to Astute Queen Bee's page. You're new coming through. Please hit my doorbell, which is the like button. I would truly appreciate it. Let me know you came through. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, how you feel, if you agree or if you disagree. And if you hit the dislike button, that just lets me know you disagree. And then we could take a conversation extra deeper. And you can tell me, what is it you want? Now, no, I'm not a full-on people pleaser, but I have made this my course of life to help others and feel what I understand and feel what I feel when I read those passages. Because sometimes you may be in a bad mood or stressed out or depressed, and you hear a good word that can lift your spirit and make you say, you know what, let me try this again. Sometimes it could turn you around. And that's my whole point. And that is my reason why I share the daily devotions, because they do touch people. And they allow them to sit back and say, I never thought of it that way. Or that was what I needed today. Because sometimes you just need a little bit of encouragement and it will push you a long way. I'm doing the same thing as everybody else. I'm living my life, but I have my own issues. I have my own struggles, but those are my struggles. And when and if I choose to share them, I would. But you owe nobody. Just know that you owe nobody to tell them your life story. You choose to do that. You do that out of the kindness of your heart. And it allows people to become closer to you sometimes. Or sometimes it will push people away. Some people don't like people to be too real and honest, which I don't understand. But I'm learning that. People rather you be a person that is about drama and mess and dragging people and stuff like that. And that's not me. Now, when I'm angry and mad, yeah, I'm going to do that. If somebody pisses me off or hurts my feelings or I feel disrespected, I will ask questions first. Or if I see somebody being done wrong, I can't help that. That's who I am. I will stand up for somebody other than myself. Why? Because life isn't always just about sticking up for yourself. Sometimes you have to stick up for others. Especially if you call somebody a sister or a brother. Treat them as such. Don't sit there and pretend when you don't mean it. So, with that being said, keep your peace. Don't let nobody disrupt your peace in your life. Don't allow someone to tell your story about your life. You tell it yourself when you're ready and able to do it. Because that's your choice, to tell your story or not tell your story. So I thank you all for joining me today. It is the weekend. And I'm excited. Even though I'm not going to do too much of anything. But I can find some peace today and relax. I hope you all have a blessed and beautiful weekend. I pray that God gives you the strength and the energy to make it through to another day. Make sure you say your blessings for your sisters and your brothers. Make sure you show your kids that you love them, love up on them, hug up on them, show them that they are worthy. Talk to them about life. Talk to them about the things that you've been through in your life to overcome so that they know that everything is not peaches and cream. Everything is not gold and diamonds. You have to get through, you have to dig deep to get that diamond. You have to dig deep to get to that diamond. You have to dig deep to get to the gold. Some people try to take the easy way out and steal things from others, take things from others, or use others. Don't allow people to do that to your children. Don't allow people to use you just to hurt you, if you understand what I mean. Make time for God today in your word. Make sure that you give a little bit of yourself and help somebody today. And make sure you work on your peace of mind, because that's the most important. Peace of mind, heart, spirit, and soul. December is peace month. So make sure you try to find your place of peace. I don't care how you find it, but find it, because it's needed. We need a whole lot more peace around this earth, around this world. And also make sure you say a prayer for Shaquilla Robinson and his family, and for her that they find justice very, very soon. Keep her family in your prayers. And make sure that if you are going to support that family, sign that petition and go through the action steps. But do not just put out anything. Make sure you have the facts and the truth before you put it out. That still has got me in an emotional roller coaster right now. But yes, I bless you all a blessed day. Take some time to take care of you. I don't care if you got to go for a walk, jog, or whatever. Let your mind be free for a little bit, because there's a lot going on in this world, and we all need peace of mind to handle and be able to walk through it on the other side in a better place. With that being said, it's Astute Queen Bee out. Have a blessed day. Oh, also before I forget, anybody that's trying to follow me on Instagram, it is called Astute Queen Bee's Thoughts #1. That's what it's going to be on Instagram. If you're trying to follow me on Instagram, I had to switch things up for that because I have too much family stuff on my old page, so I'm switching everything over. But that's what my page is. I'll put it on the description box later. And with that being said, everyone have a blessed and beautiful morning. It's Astute Queen Bee out.